Hola chicos, bienvenidos a mi clase interactiva. Today we're going to be having a look a bit more carefully at adjectives and their agreements, and we're going to be describing a couple of photos a bit later. The whole point of having this lesson on a video is so that you can pause it as many times as you need, and so that it's slightly different to just having a worksheet. Your starter here, please complete this in your books. You have got to correct any mistakes that you may see in sentences 1 to 6. For example, in green we have Mi novio es guapo. The reason this sentence is correct is because we're talking about the physical description of my boyfriend, in this case, mi novio. Es comes from ser, and remember the rules between ser and estar. Ser is for descriptions, personality, the time, nationality, where you're from, and estar is more for location and temporary situations. Pause the video, have a go, and see if we have any mistakes in 1 to 6, and then play the video for the answers. Okay, brilliant. So hopefully you have the following answers. Number 1 is correct. There's no mistakes there. Mi hermana es lista, because you're saying my sister is intelligent. She's clever. Mis padres, it should be son, because again, you're describing them. Inteligentes y simpáticos. Ana es en Londres. This should be está, because you are saying Anna is in London. She is physically somewhere, so we're talking about location. Nosotros somos muy optimistas. That's correct. No mistakes there. We would leave it as it is because we're saying we are optimistic people. Number 5. Antes yo soy tímida, pero ahora no. The word we need to be changing here is soy to era, because the time phrase antes means before, but not specifically in the past, so we're going to be going into the imperfect tense, era. And the last one, el café es bastante caliente. This one's absolutely fine as it is to say the coffee is quite hot. Brilliant. Moving on, guys. Here we have a little table of the vocabulary from Unit 1, describing ourselves and others. How many of these words do you recognise? Pause the video, see if you can translate each bit. Okay, lovely. So if we have a look at the question in the middle, ¿cómo es? As in, how is he or she, or what is he or she like? So we can move on to hair. He, she has brown hair, well, dark brown hair, light brown hair, red hair, or blonde hair. We can also move on to the different types of hair. So we've got straight, short, curly, long, and wavy. We then talk about how we have different coloured eyes. This is why we've got tiene from tener. Los ojos azules, los ojos verdes, los ojos marrones, los ojos grises. Self-explanatory for our colours there. Let's go back to the top. Tiene pecas. These might come out in the sun for some people, or some people might have them all the time, and they are freckles. Back to the centre, and we have es. We are talking about, again, their hair, to say he, she is blonde, or he, she is bald. I personally would stick with having a certain type of colour of hair, and if you're saying someone is bald, then you need to go over here. This is talking about our nationality here, so es español, peruano, Peruvian, Inglés. And then the bottom box here, delgado, gordo, bajo, alto. Delgado for slim, gordo for fat, bajo for short, alto for tall. Make sure you're choosing the correct endings depending on if you're talking about a boy or a girl. Up next, we have got some photos. Can you describe these? Just say them out loud. So this one, we could be saying, tiene el pelo rubio y tiene el pelo corto, tiene los ojos verdes, and that could be about it. We can make it negative though. We could say that he does not wear glasses or he does not have a beard or a mustache. So no lleva gafas, no lleva barba, no lleva bigote. Have a go at the other one and write your answer down. Okay, so for this one, you might have had the answer, tiene el pelo rojo y corto, or you could say es pelirrojo, you could say he's ginger, pelirrojo. If you want the word for earrings, it's pendientes. And for his eyes, tiene los ojos marrones y tiene y lleva una barba. Lovely, next one. Okay, so we've got a girl here. We're still going to be using exactly the same verbs, so tiene and es. So, tiene el pelo rojo y tiene el pelo largo y ondulado, because we can see it's quite wavy here. Tiene los ojos marrones. That could be our description there. How about the next one? Okay, so we have tiene el pelo rojo. You never know, we could say it's moreno, this one. Tiene el pelo corto y un poco rizado, a little bit frizzy, we could say. Try this one. And we could say for this one es calvo because it's a man, and lleva bigote, he has a mustache. Y tiene los ojos marrones. Okay, guys. We are looking at adjective agreements. Feel free to pause the video whenever to make some notes, especially on the next slide, because there's some really useful information here. As we all know, adjectives are describing words, and they have a slightly different order in Spanish to what they do in English. In English, we would say a red car, as in red is our description for the car, and it comes before the noun, the doing word, not the doing word, that's a verb. The object, the place, person or thing. In Spanish, the adjective will come after the noun in most cases, and it's really important that this adjective agrees with the gender of the noun. So here we have got any adjectives ending in an O or an A, they change for the noun. So serios, seria, serios, serias. If they end in an E, it stays the same for singular adjectives when it's a singular noun, but we need to make sure we add an S, ES, if we're talking about more than one thing. So if we were talking about intelligent people, it would be personas inteligentes, because personas is plural, it's feminine, so it's going to need to be inteligentes. Any adjectives ending in a consonant, so these are all letters except for A, E, I, O, U. They stay the same for singular, and then we add ES for masculine and feminine plural. Or ora, this is what we add if it ends in a D, the adjective, so hablador being chatty or talkative, and estar, so optimistic or pessimistic. So optimista, optimista, the same for our singular, both genders, and then we add an S if it's plural. Here we've got quite a lot of information as to how we use our adjectives, and you've got some really key information at the bottom here, this point in particular, because there are a few exceptions to the rule. Some adjectives do come before the noun, and some of them are shortened even further if they are before the noun. So pause the video, take as much time as you need to make any key notes about this. Okay, using your notes, or you can always go back to a little bit earlier in the video, I'd like you to fill out this table with the correct adjective agreement. Let's do the first one together. We have the adjective beautiful, and in Spanish, we know that to be hermoso. We've got a blank for feminine singular, that's the gap we need to fill, but we can see that it's hermosos and hermosas for feminine plural and masculine plural. It ends in an O. This seems like it's going to be a standard adjective, so we just change it to hermosa. Pause the video and give the rest of them a go. Be careful though, because some do not follow all the rules. Okay, let's have a look. So, generous. The gap should be generoso, then we've got generosa, generosos, generosas. Easy. Fácil, accent on the A. It's left exactly the same for feminine singular. As we can see, we're adding es for masculine plural, so it's got to be the same for feminine plural. Fácil is. Difficult. This works basically the same as fácil, so we've got difícil, difícil, difíciles, difíciles. Talkative or chatty, we saw this a couple of slides ago. Hablador, habladora, habladores, and habladoras. Hardworking. We've got a clue here with trabajadores. That's got the same ending as habladores, so let's take those endings. Trabajador, trabajadora, trabajadores, and trabajadoras. Idealistic, you might have an idealistic person, so idealista, idealista, idealistas, idealistas. And a nice alternative use for simpático, we have amable. So we've got amable, amable, amables, and that must leave amables for feminine plural. How did you do, guys? It was out of 15? Let me know. Okay, let's put a bit more practice into this. You have got 10 sentences on the screen. You have 3 options as to which is the correct adjective. Pause the video, write out the whole sentence and put in the correct adjective. So let's do the first one together. Era un hotel, pequeñas, pequeña, pequeño. We're going to go for pequeño because if we go to where the noun is in our sentence, un hotel, we know it is singular and masculine because of the use of the indefinite article un. So it's not going to have a feminine plural ending or a feminine singular ending. It's got to be masculine singular. Pause the video and give the rest of them a go. Lovely. So, number 2. Nos alojamos en una pensión caros. It's going to be cara because, again, we have our indefinite article of una to be a. Pensión is it's a place where it's kind of like a hostel really, but a bit cheaper in Spain. Number 3. El pueblo era demasiado turística. Number 3 is going to be turístico because we have el pueblo. El being our clue, the definite article, masculine singular, meaning the. Number 4. Tenemos que llevar una chaqueta negro, negra, negras. The clue is in una chaqueta, so it's going to be negra. Number 5. Tengo que llevar una corbata a rayas. I have to wear a stripy tie, and we've got the colour here. The clue is in una corbata, and it's going to be roja because it's singular feminine. Number 6. Mi profesora de empresariales es muy severos y severa. So we've got feminine plural, masculine plural, and feminine singular. We're going to go for the last one because profesora is our clue, feminine teacher. Number 7. Asistimos a un grandes instituto en el centro. This is one of our exceptions to the rule where the adjective goes before the noun. So instituto is our noun for school. It's masculine singular because of un, and we're going to be going for gran, not grande, because an adjective that goes before a masculine noun has to be shortened, but there's only a select few. Go back to a bit earlier in the video if you want to double check this. Number 8. Mi novio es española, español, españolas. pero vive en Inglaterra. My boyfriend is Spanish. Boyfriend is going to have to be this one, español. Number 9, hay unos alumnos que son muy divertidos, divertidas, divertidos. Lots of clues in this one. Unos alumnos, some students, masculine plural. And we've also got the clue here of son, they are, our verb from ser. So it's going to be divertidos. Number 10, en mi isla hay una pista de tenis nueva, because it's una pista. Excellent. Next exercise. Take some time to look at this picture, read the description below, and use the adjectives in the black box to fill in the blue gaps, 1 to 10. My advice is that you read the text first, and then you decide on which adjective is going to agree with it. Pause the video, complete this in your books. Okay, brilliant. So these would be our answers, because Maria is the person, she's a girl, so we need to say she is colombiana, not colombiano. Number 2, moreno, because we're talking about brown hair. Azul, we've got a blue t-shirt. Liso, straight. 5, marrones, because you're talking about the eyes, los ojos marrones, so it needs to be plural and masculine. Alto, you are saying my dad is neither tall nor short. Mi padre no es ni alto ni bajo. Y es un poco gordo, and he's a little fat. 8, simpáticos, because you're talking about the auntie and uncle. They are nice people. And then mi tío tiene la cara alargada, as in like a long face, so people have extended faces. And el pelo castaño, he's got that chestnut brown hair. Beautiful. Moving on to number 3 now. You need to rewrite these sentences using the adjective provided. This does not mean that the adjective always goes at the end like it is in the brackets. You need to place it in the correct part of the sentence. Rewrite the answers in your book and then come back to the video for the answers. Excellent. Right. Number 1. Mi novio se llamaba Juan, and we need to use a primero as the adjective. This is one of our special ones that goes before the noun and it shortens a bit, so we should have the answer of mi primer novio se llamaba Juan. My first boyfriend was called John. Number 2. Me gusta leer libros españoles, because books is masculine plural, so españoles needs to be like that. Number 3, mi prima, my cousin, es una persona habladora. My cousin is a chatty person. Las niñas son españolas, because we're talking about the girls, the children. Number 5, me llevo bien con mis hermanas porque son fieles. Fieles, because we're talking about sisters, it ends in a consonant, fiel, so we just add es. Number 6, para mí es un problema impresionante, and you need to use the adjective serio. And here it goes. Es un problema serio impresionante. Number 7, me gusta mi trabajo porque tengo un buen jefe. I have a good boss. Buen has to go before jefe, and remember it's shortened slightly because of bueno. Number 8, la clase no tiene ninguna idea. Ninguno goes before any noun, and the noun in this case is idea, but obviously it is a feminine singular, so we need to make sure it has the correct agreement. Number 9, vivimos en una casa grande. It stays the same, like that. Excellent. Okay, so you have now got a listening. I would like for you to answer the questions in your book. You have got to identify the member of the family and how they are described. I am going to play the listening through this video. I believe it will play twice. If you need to pause it or replay it, just go backwards and forwards.
Página 48. Ejercicio 3. Escucha y comprueba tus respuestas. 1,
Mi madre es bastante baja y tiene el pelo largo y moreno. Mi madre es bastante baja y tiene el pelo largo y moreno.
2,
Mi hermano tiene los ojos azules y el pelo corto y ondulado, como yo. Mi hermano tiene los ojos azules y el pelo corto y ondulado, como yo.
3,
Mi abuelo es alto y delgado. Es calvo, pero lleva barba. Mi abuelo es alto y delgado. Es calvo, pero lleva barba.
4,
Mi hermana mayor es pelirroja y tiene pecas. Tiene los ojos grises. Mi hermana mayor es pelirroja y tiene pecas. Tiene los ojos grises.
5,
Mi hermana menor no es ni gorda ni delgada. Tiene el pelo largo y liso. Mi hermana menor no es ni gorda ni delgada. Tiene el pelo largo y liso.
6,
Mi tío tiene los ojos verdes y lleva un bigote grande. Mi tío tiene los ojos verdes y lleva un bigote grande.
Okay, that's the end of the listening. Well done, everybody. Here are the answers for each one. Take a look and mark your work. Okay, moving on. We have got another listening, and this time it's a multiple choice. So all you've got to do is write down whether it's A, B, or C for each one. Same again. I'm going to just play the recording, and you can pause it as many times as you like.
Punto de partida 2. Página 52. Ejercicio 1. Escucha y escribe la letra correcta. 1,
Bueno, mi mamá es española y mi papá es peruano. Mi madre tiene el pelo corto y es delgada. Bueno, mi mamá es española y mi papá es peruano. Mi madre tiene el pelo corto y es delgada.
2,
Mi padre es alto y un poco gordo. Es calvo y siempre lleva un sombrero. Mi padre es alto y un poco gordo. Es calvo y siempre lleva un sombrero.
3,
Mi hermano Federico tiene 11 años y es el más pequeño de la familia. Soy más alta que él. Es bastante serio y lleva gafas. Mi hermano Federico tiene 11 años y es el más pequeño de la familia. Soy más alta que él. Es bastante serio y lleva gafas.
4,
Mi hermana Beatriz es la mayor. Tiene 2 hijos pequeños que se llaman Alex y Santi. Es rubia y tiene los ojos verdes. Mi hermana Beatriz es la mayor. Tiene 2 hijos pequeños que se llaman Alex y Santi. Es rubia y tiene los ojos verdes.
5,
Mi abuela, Rosa, nació en Perú y todavía vive allí. Tiene 79 años y siempre lleva ropa amarilla porque es su color favorito. Mi abuela, Rosa, nació en Perú y todavía vive allí. Tiene 79 años y siempre lleva ropa amarilla porque es su color favorito.
6,
¿Y yo? Yo soy pelirroja, con el pelo largo y ondulado. No tengo pecas y tampoco llevo gafas. ¿Y yo? Yo soy pelirroja, con el pelo largo y ondulado. No tengo pecas y tampoco llevo gafas.
Okay, excellent. So, number 1, the answer was C. Number 2, the answer was C as well, because they said es calvo, so therefore he doesn't have hair, no tiene pelo. Number 3 was C, es más bajo que Lola, is shorter than Lola. I can't remember what number 4, 5 and 6 were, so I will put those in the comments. Apologies for that. Right, so you now have a translation. Read the text and translate it into English. Pause the video and have a go in your books. Here is the answers. We've done them section by section. So pause the video and have a look. And we have also got how it would be sentence by sentence for each mark, okay? So again, pause the video, have a look at what you've got and see how it compares. There are a couple of alternatives that you could have. For example, at the beginning when it said son hermanos, meaning they are 2 siblings, or you could say they are brother and sister. Okay, so describing a photo. For those who were taught by me, we know that we can say papa, using and thinking about papa. People, who are the people in the photo? Activities, what are they doing? Working, playing sport, listening to music, so on and so forth. Places, where are they? Can you describe the location? Las personas están en el parque. The people are in the park. And the last one, anything else. Can you give your opinion about the photo? Could you maybe describe the weather that's happening? Okay, so you can think about that. What I'd like you to do now is to describe this photo. So think about Papa. Use this other table to help you. Who, what the people doing, where are they, the weather, they happy, they sad? What do you think they could have done before? What do you think they're going to do afterwards? Describe what's there. If you want a different photo, you could give this one a go. We've got a couple of other prompts for you. Or you could describe this one here. This one's a bit more of a challenge. Choose your photo. Write your answer in your book. And if you would like to record your speaking and send it to me, Miss Henton, that's absolutely fine. And I will have a look and give you some feedback. Gracias, chicos. Buena suerte. Adiós.